Hi, this is Silver Chupacabra, aka Jeff, and I've got a nice little package of freshly graded coins from our good friends at PCGS. Because they're going to grade them as high as they can. And I can't wait to see what grades these coins got. Let's get right to it. Okay, once again, this is the Silver Chupacabra. Jeff, however you want to play that. This will be my second PCGS grading unveiling. I've got another one coming up here, actually, probably right after this. This is the second of two orders that I sent in early October. This was like I said, the second one. This actually got through in less than 30 days from when they received it and to my door, which is pretty cool. I think some reasons for that is that they were getting less during the last month or two when it came to grading orders. And this is economy. I decided to go that way, taking a tip from watching another person do this, because they can always surprise you by elevating a grade on a coin and basically charge you a little bit more for that, and I'd rather kind of play it that way. It costs me less to get it graded, and it doesn't take as much time when you don't have pictures of coins to take. They seemingly take a lot of time for that. Another reason for this order getting through so quickly is that it's just straight grading. There's no varieties here. They're all the same coin, too. I don't know how they grade at these places. I've heard that they've got like 3 graders, and it goes through each of the 3 grades, and they come to understandings on it. But I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. But anyway, I think when you're doing the same coin, it's kind of probably a little bit quicker. Let's go ahead and take a look. I would think this would go fairly fast. We'll see how it goes. These are the these are the coins that I put in. They're all Morgans, as I had said. Most of them are Philadelphia. There are 2 San Franciscos in the lot. You can see the grades I'm thinking of here. You'll notice that the 2 San Francisco coins are, I'm thinking of lower grades. I'm getting the idea that they really grade San Francisco, at least the Morgans, pretty tough. So that's kind of why they're down there. Although they're probably, I have to be honest, they probably are down there. I don't think this one goes MS. Simple as that. But we'll see how it goes. They may surprise me in their grading. We'll have to find out by looking through there anyway. You know what? Why don't we just go ahead? Got the box there. I'm going to open that. I've got to get some sticky notes in there so that we can both play the grading game together. Let's get right to it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We will be going from bottom to top on this. That's kind of how it goes with this. I've got all the stickers in place, so we'll all be surprised together, or one of us might be crying. Well, you can kind of snicker, whatever. I'm just kidding on it. But the point is, we'll play it that way. We'll take a look at it out here first. kind of get a look at the coin. Then I'll put it under the scope on both reverse and obverse. Do remember that on reverse and obverse is much closer in many ways than what the graders at PCGS actually go to. But anyway, we'll do that, and then we'll unveil whether it's genuine or not, and then we'll look at the grade. And then I think what we'll do this time around, I didn't do this the last time. I think what we'll do is we'll look at relative cost, about what it's worth. We'll look at the auction, PCGS auction amounts. That usually is a better reference when it comes to how much could you get for this coin kind of thinking. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull that first one. This is the 1898 Morgan out of Philadelphia, which I do not have on the correct wavelength. As you can see, it's toning, kind of got a nice brownish purplish tone around the perimeter of the coin. Everything looks pretty nice there. Clean fields. Not a whole lot of marks to see on the camera here. Oops, gotta be careful there. Kind of the same thing on the other side here. I'd say a little more chatter traffic on the cheek and the neck. But that's nothing that's really going to mark too far off. I do see this mark here. Now, before I go to the microscope, for a quick look, this one is a special one for me. This one I got from my grandfather back when I was about, 11, 13 years old. He gave me my first coin collection, basically. And I've had this one ever since. So this has been sitting in my collection for 40 plus years now. So I'm going to be very interested to see where this kind of comes out at. Let's go to the microscope. Okay, so we're looking at the obverse first. Really not much different from what you saw from the camera. You can see a lot of toning going on there. There's that scratch. Got a little one really above the eye there too. I don't think that's much of a grading turn-off, to be honest, but we'll see. Pretty clean. Let's go to the reverse. See where we're at with that. The same thing. The backgrounds are pretty clean. Scratch here and there. But other than that, I believe we have a die crack right there on the wing of the right-hand side there. Should be able to see it there. It goes over the A and the M. I don't know why I'm not keeping that straight. Sorry, guys. It actually goes from where the wing is all the way through to the E and then cuts back up in the perimeter. So that's actually a pretty cool defect there. Interesting altogether. And by the way, sorry about the lights going off the glass there. I can't really do much about that. You just kind of have to look in between, basically. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what grade came out. Okay, so you can see what I originally thought. And I'm also going to kind of do something here now that I didn't even think I would do. Do I still think that? I've had my mind changed before looking at something. This used to happen when I taught, where you'd look at a kid's work and then, you come back to it maybe a day later or so and you've got a different perspective. Sometimes your perspective does change. I'm thinking this is pretty clean. I would actually be disappointed if it doesn't get at least a 63 here. I'm thinking it might actually be a little bit better. But we'll find out, won't we? The first test, of course, is it genuine? and it is not. I always wondered about some of my grandfather's coins because I kind of knew how he had them graded. And when I take it, they think this is cleaned. I'm not going to necessarily disagree with him on this, but let's kind of see where it kind of comes out at anyway. If it's genuine, but it has MS details or UNC details, then you know what? It is what it is. Maybe it's that questionable color. I don't know. I actually like the color a lot, too. This, I know I said I would be disappointed if it wasn't MS-63, but who knows if it isn't, to be honest. It was clean. I'm not going to really bother looking at prices for anything that's clean. Oh, what am I saying? It's the scratch? Let's rewind on that. Are you talking about... Well, man. Maybe those are considered too much. To me, that's just chatter. And yeah, there's one big cut there, I would say, like below the eye to the right, and then one on top. I wasn't even paying attention to. Usually when it says genuine but not gradable, it's about cleaning, but this is about the scratch. Yikes. I don't know what to say about that. I don't see much wrong with this. Anyway, we're kind of starting exactly how our last unveiling started. A little bit disappointed here. Especially now I know that's why it's not getting a straight grade. Okay, well, let's move on. Okay, on to the next coin as I try to forget about that last one. You can already see my opinions there. Anyway, next one up is an 1891 out of San Francisco. Let's go ahead and pull her out. There is the reverse. The fields are pretty scratchy. This is why I was thinking AU, by the way. It's got a lot of chatter in the fields. As is clear, the details are there. And I'm just saying, the fields are round. It's got a lot of chatter going on there. We'll see probably more of it on the microscope. If I can get this thing turned right. And kind of same thing here. I mean, it's a decent looking coin, but in no way would I think it's MS. Okay, I mean, it's got lots of large marks. I'm still thinking about the last coin. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and take this to the microscope. Okay, so here's the obverse of the 1891 San Francisco. It's funny how, it kind of looks a little bit cleaner on the scope itself. To be honest, everything's looking pretty nice and clear. Lots of details. I'm looking at this, though, right here. This is one of the biggest markers in my mind's eye when you're thinking about MS for these Morgans. It's missing detail. It's almost there, but it isn't quite there. And that's why I'm thinking it's going to stay on the AU side at least. Though it's not going to be worse than that. Here's the reverse. Remember when I first looked at the reverse, it looked pretty scratchy, but jump in the microscope, it's not quite as bad. There's the S. A little bit of big long scratch there from the S to the left there. Not too happy about that. It's not like this is not the first time I've looked at this, but it's interesting. You think you find new things every time out. But anyway, overall, not too bad. In fact, I thought it looked better under the microscope than it did on the camera. Let's go ahead and go to the reveal. Okay, so once again, this is the one we are on. 1891 San Francisco. That is my thinking there. Hopefully you've got some thoughts in mind too. Whether you think it's lower, higher, or right at that. And by the way, please feel free to comment in the comment section. I have no problem with criticism, folks. I'm too old to not be able to accept criticism in this lifetime, whether it's positive or negative. Anyway, well, I'm actually afraid to even open this up. If this is genuine, not gradable, then I'm going to have some problems. Okay, we're safe there. And that's the first part, first hurdle. Let's see what was on here. Oh, look at that. It's actually a step grade above at AU 58. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. Like I said, PCGS is tough on San Francisco mintage. So like real quick. Okay, so looking at the price sheet at PCGS, there's the 1891S. And where the 100 is, that's at 55. So generally, it's around that area there. Let's check the auction prices, which are a little bit more realistic. Okay, so here's the 58 column here, and these are some of previous auction prices. And as you can kind of see, it's kind of stretching from, there's an $80 one there. These are from 2023, so these are pretty update. All the way to 149. So I would say 100 plus spare change there. It's kind of where this is coming out at. That pleases me pretty well, actually. It almost makes me forget about the last coin. Anyway, let's go off with a positive note. Very happy with this one. Okay, so back to our list. We're going to go on to the third coin. We're thinking about this one. This last one was awesome. It's actually a bit of a grade above, which was awesome. We are going next to the 1890 San Francisco. And this is kind of where I'm believing it is. And this is one that actually goes up in value pretty fast when it starts hitting MS. So this will be interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the coin. We'll look at reverse first. Now, you'll notice that this is not as shiny as the other ones. It's got a lot of dirty toning, maybe you could say. But there's no missing detail there. If I remember right, I bought this at a coin show, and they were thinking MS63, to be honest. We'll have to see if that comes through. Anyway, it's one of those toners that it just grows on you, and I really kind of like the toning on this. Looking at the obverse, kind of the same thing going. Not a big fan of this dirty mark here. We'll take a look to see. This is, to me, as I had mentioned earlier, this high point in hair right here, this is kind of the first to go. This is kind of an MS marker, and it was on that last one. That's what I look for when I do look for MS. Ooh, I see a big ass scratch over here. It's not really that big, by the way. That's what took out the first one. Just cannot let that go, can I? Let's take a look at the microscope. Okay, so here we are on the obverse. Those lights can be a little bit annoying. Just kind of have to look through them. That's why I'm kind of moving it a little bit too. I would say that scratch up there by the P is a little bit annoying, that's for sure. Face is pretty clean. And if you're seeing thumbprints, I'm thinking that's actually on the plastic, by the way. I noticed that as well. Definitely are a lot of scratches on this plastic, too. Let's take a look at that high point in the hair. If you remember the last one, I would say that there is a bit more detail on there, but it's not tons more. We'll have to see what happens there when it comes to the grading. The reverse part, start up here at the top. Yeah, kind of the same things. It's just got that dirty toning on there. I don't think that should really detract from the quality of the coin. It's not like it's all scratched up or dented up or missing details. It's got detail up the yin-yang. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the reveal. Okay, so here we are. And for the rest of these coins, this is going to be my biggest heart in the throat moment. Look at that. It says it right there. Genuine, not gradable. I cannot wait to see what it says on the other side here, folks. Maybe that is a color that I should be a little more wary of, but anyway. It's a second out of the three. Once again, scratch AU detail in this case. Very interesting. I'm not sure if I even agree with this. This is one of those things that I wish they were a little bit more. I don't know, they've got a lot to do there at the grading facility. Just a little bit more specifics on genuine scratch. Where? I'm not really seeing anything, folks. If you see something, let me know. But I'm just not seeing it. Well, really not much to go on for a grade or for a monetary value, because it's going to be much lower than it should be. We'll take a look at it anyway, just for shits and giggles. Okay, so there's the 1890S line right there. It's the second above the bottom of the page there. And the MS60 or 55 part is going to be right there at the 60. I don't even want to look at the auction prices because they're going to be lower. But you can see how they jump when they get to MS. That 215 is the MS63 line. So you pretty much will take at least half off of that. A lot of money in a coin that's worthless. Not worthless, but oh well. Definitely going to be looking to upgrade my 1890 S part of this collection that I've got. Let's go to the next one. Okay. We're on to the fourth one here. I'm hoping for positive tidings in these last four. Let's go ahead and get to that. The next one up is an 1887 Philadelphia. This is my thinking here. My thinking, I hope, is going to be on target for this one. I've done, as I said before, like in the first reveal video I did, this is a learning process. I'm learning from this. Man, they're making it tough. Anyway, or maybe I'm making it tough on myself. That could be part of the problem. Let's go ahead and take a look at the coin. 1887 out of Philadelphia. This one's got some interesting toning going on. Kind of all over the place, to be honest. I guess I should be looking for loud, obnoxious scratches that do not appear actually on the coin itself. Yeah, so I've got to kill off the sarcasm there. The detail looks nice. Kind of a weird little thing, weird deal there. You know, does it have the cartwheel going there? Maybe I need a little bit more on target with that stuff too. But the cleaning has not been the problem yet. Here we go again. Don't know about that hairline here. You know, now that I look at it again, does it have enough detail to even get into the MS section anyway? Other than that, pretty clean. Feels the background is clean. Lots of detail within the portrait. I'm not seeing scratches, but then again, I'm not seeing lots of scratches. Let's go ahead and go to microscope it. Okay, so you definitely can see the toning on the background. And in the detail. Oh, I love the eye there, by the way. It's got a nice little orange eye. And now is that toning a part of a cleaning process? Wasn't by me, that's for sure. Everything looks pretty clean. I'm looking at that last strand of hair. I don't know. Of course, I'm being very... not being very confident right now, to be honest. You know, I thought I was getting more confident with coins, but maybe Morgan's is my Waterloo. I really have a hard time figuring them out. Let's look at the reverse. Lots of blues in there too. Well, that kind of worries me a little bit, to be honest. It's like somebody dumped gasoline on there. You know how gasoline, you see a U of colors, like a rainbow of colors in it? Kind of reminds me of that. Everything is clear and clean. Lots of detail. If they say scratches for this, then I don't know what to say. Or a scratch. I'm just not seeing anything that says that it's not going to be what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and go to the reveal. Okay, so 87, Morgan, Philadelphia. This is my thinking on this. And this is going to be, of course, the one that's going to scare me the most. Let's see if we get a straight grade out of this. Woo! Thank you. Right now, that's actually... I'm happy to just got a straight grade. This has been a scary proposition so far. Now the question is, well, did it get somewhere near a 63? Did it get a mint steak grade? That's a good question. Let's go ahead and reveal. I'm going to do a slow one here. It is MS. It is MS 62. Just a little bit lower. But I'm happy. Mint state 62. I do know that Philadelphia's can be a little tougher graded too, but I am ecstatic with that right now. I can't say any more than that. Let's go ahead and take a look at prices, more or less. Okay, so there's the 87 there that we're looking for. Let's go straight across here. That 100 is MS 63. Of course, the grade we got was MS 62, so just one strike lower. So a little bit less than 100 when we generalize like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the auction prices have been. Okay, so currently they've got MS62 at about 85. But actually, the auction prices, which have been this year, have been astronomical, way above that price. I mean, there's some lower there, but you can already see about 353, 396. That's a little bit weird. So I would still say it's kind of carrying right around that 100 part. Just kind of depends on your audience. It's worth as much as somebody pays for it. Kind of is kind of the somewhat of a mantra. It's not always the best one, but anyway, let's go to that next coin. Okay, we are on to the fifth coin. 1886. Once again, Morgan, and that's my thinking on this. That's kind of been a hit or a miss, hit, miss, hit. Although even the hit here is one grade below, but the way it's been going, I'm taking that. So anyway, let's take a look at the coin. We'll do reverse first. So move that a little closer to the light. And definitely some chatter in there in the background feels. You can see a little bit of chatter right there. Details there. There's no detail missing there. It's just got a little bit of chatter here and there. You know what most coins are going to have. You ride in the 1880s. Remember how these babies got transported around? You know, by horse or by a train. We're not talking about transportation that had shocks. Or the shocks were limited. These things are going to move around, you know. Anyway. There's the obverse. Kind of the same thing. More I look at this, I'm kind of thinking maybe more MS62, to be honest. But, you know, I'm not seeing any scratches. That's going to be my buzzword for quite a while now. It's just part of the tiara headdress, whatever you want to call it there. Lots of detail there. Just lots of bag marks. Can't do anything about that. It's a microscope. Yeah, so under the microscope, a little bit of toning going on there. More on the perimeter than anywhere else. Lots of good detail there. Even in that tricky spot of the higher relief there on the hair. I would just say lots of chatter. I don't know, and that might bring it down a bit. But I've also seen coins with lots of chatter get fine grades. Let's go look at the reverse here. Screwed up the focus there. Excuse my language. Anyway, I'll take a look at the bottom first, since that's where it's at. Actually, kind of much cleaner here than I think that was on the phone itself. Some orangish toning up top. Feathers are looking pretty good detail. Yeah, overall looking good. Let's go ahead and do the very dangerous and risky reveal. Okay. We are looking once again. And in 1886, that is what I'm thinking. MS62 would not be. So let's just get it through the genuine, not gradable part here first. Woohoo! White brow, sweat dissipating. Okay, let's go ahead and do another slow reveal here in the front. I liked how that went the last time. I like to do that again. So let's just do it. Yes, it is PCGS. Oh, sorry. I guess that's not the important part. Uh-oh. That A is going to be an AU. So let's hope it's at least a high AU. about a midline AU. Now, there's bag mercs. I think the accumulation of them are too much for it. It's not mint state, though. Even a MS-61, for God's sakes. Anyway, at least it's genuine. Got through that. Let's go ahead and see what price-wise what we're looking at. Okay, so the 60 up there is what a 55 is generally. You can see the auction prices. They're much lower. It's a good thing I did economy on this. Because if I went on a higher rate, definitely would be losing lots of money on this. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about this so far. We'll have to wait till the summary. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next coin. We've got 2 left. Okay, we are on to the second to last coin. 1884. I believe I've got like the O and the CC done. I'm not sure if I've got the S done on the 84 yet, but I'm thinking 63 on this. Of course, confidence-wise, could be anywhere from G4 to VG8. I'm just kidding. But it's kind of where my confidence is right now. But at least the last 2 have been genuine. We like that part. Once again, just checking. 84. And there she is. I'm going to hold this one maybe at a stronger deal. Background has got a little bit of chatter, but a lot less than the last couple at least. And the feathers looking pretty good shape. Didn't have to go that way. Front side, definitely more interesting toning at least. It's like I spilled orange Kool-Aid on it and kind of perseverated in the deeper recesses of the coin itself. Who knows, maybe I did. Anyway, see it for what it is. Let's go ahead and look at the microscope. Okay, so a little bit closer look at the orange Kool-Aid that I spilled on this coin. That is toning, folks. I'm just kidding. Hard to tell on that lower part. It's got some of that detail in there that kind of loses what it loses when it's MS. Or it loses when it starts getting worn. So, who knows? I don't know. Face looks good. That's an interesting way to tone there, though. That's worrisome there. I gotta say. Almost looks like a thumbprint of some sort, but that would be that was like a tire print, not a thumbprint. Anyway. Let's go behind the neckline. The details there, the background, other than the toning itself, you might think detracts. A little bit of chatter there in the chin. Let's go ahead and look at the other side. It's very interesting that it didn't tone that way on this side. That's what I would say. This is looking actually pretty clean. I don't know. We're going to find out, won't we? Let's go to the unveil. So, okay. I'm actually going, let's just remind each other. I'm thinking this is the 1884. Looking for MS-63. You think about what you're thinking for it. I'm actually going to say I'm not going to be surprised if it says genuine, but not gradable. And there it is. And the reason why is that whole front. The front just looks weird. It's weird toning. I didn't really think much of it before, but maybe I should have. It says clean. AU detail. AU detail, that I have problems with. I do have problems with AU detail on that. Wowzy wow, woo woo. So let's see, how many shots of the solar plexus have I taken on this one? That's 5. This was Tyson. I'd be down and out for the next 2 months. So anyway, I'm not going to even look at the whatever money this would even fetch, because it's not going to do anything. Let's go on to that last one. Okay, we are on, luckily, the last coin for this session. It's hard to be positive when you're not feeling good about your choices. But anyway, let's do this last one and see what's what. 1881, Philadelphia once again. That is what I'm thinking, or what I thought at the time. Let's take a look at her. Yeah, lots of detail. The background is looking pretty good. I don't see tons of chatter in the background. So, let's take a look at the obverse. There's a little toning starting in there. At least it doesn't have that Kool-Aid spilled on it. Bit more chatter here. Like, the cheek has got it. Neck's got it. So does the background. You kind of see it ringing a little bit. Yeah, depends on what you think. I'm going to open up the microscope, see where we're on that. Okay, so we are looking at the top of the obverse of the 1881. It's a good detail, even in that high relief area there. Background looks all right. There is quite a bit of chatter, I would say. Cheek, chin. Yeah, it looks like she's got a scar there, for God's sakes. You not be thinking MS for very long there. Well, looking pretty good out there, at least. Reverse-wise, let's get that little ring of chatter in between the eagle and the wreath there. Pretty clear, the backgrounds, I would say, but definitely chatter. Nice large little mark there, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and do the unveiling here. I'm not sure anymore. So let's go ahead and, well, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So 1881, out of Philly. That was my original thought. I'm going to back that down to at least AU. And that's, of course, whether it's genuine or not. Oh, my God. Really? Seriously. Don't even know what to say. Do not even know what to say at this point. Well, at least I got AU detail. Cleaned. Huh. Well, maybe not. I thought I got a cartwheel on this, but hard to tell. And I won't even bother looking at the price guide on this one either, because we just won't get what it could get if it was genuine, or if it was at where it was at. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to summarize this disaster. That's all I can call it. It's a disaster. And hope for the best on the next one. Okay, so we are on to the summary phase of this. Unveiling. Disappointment of unveiling. Lesson learning of an unveiling. This is actually a couple of days after I'd videoed most of that. Because it would not have been a good summary if I had done it right after I needed to think about things, kind of get an idea of where I was. Anyway, let's get through this, just kind of looking at this quickly, and then just a final word on it. So these are the disappointments. All of these were not graded for various reasons. These two for scratches that I still, I have questions on. This one at least got uncirculated details, but those two are scratches. Those two are cleaning. The more I think about this one, this was a big mistake even putting this into the submission. This one, I don't know. I'm not sure about that part. The graders, they have their standards. I'm going to take it they know what they're doing. This one's kind of a middling thing. It got through. I guess that's the middling piece. But this is at least three stations below where I think it should be. And then these two were the successes of the Unveiling. This one was a grade above where I thought it would be. This is a little bit of a grade below, but once again, they got past the genuine stage. And I feel pretty decent about those two. So the question is, what went wrong? I'm not going to sit here and blame PCGS, but to be honest, I'm blaming myself on this one. This was the second of two submissions I had put in within a week, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit lazy, and I was a little bit cocky about this submission. Meaning, you know what? I sent in things I thought about. Maybe I didn't check them very well. I seriously don't think I checked this one well enough. If you remember the orange Kool-Aid toning on that. I just think I got too cocky about where I am and my grading skills and kind of paid for it. The scratching part, I don't know. There's scratches all over coins all the time. I don't see anything there that's worth not getting a grade for, but that's something I got to learn. I guess. I do have a second, the first submission actually coming in, and the good news about that is the money that I originally paid is actually, they're charging me about, $150 more than the original cost, which basically means, because I put that submission, I put in everything into economy. That basically means that some of those actually graded above where I thought they were and are over the $300 mark. So that'll be interesting. I should be getting that today, actually. It'll probably take a couple of days to check into. And then, we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely going to work on the time of this. It shouldn't be taking 40 plus minutes to do 7 coins. But I do like to give you guys the detail and you guys get an idea of process and whatnot, or at least my process. But I do know that it's overly long. And I'll be working on that for the future. Anyway, thank you for watching this travesty, if you did watch it. I do appreciate that. Hit a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't hit it. The subscription thing, that's a choice on your part. But I do appreciate it if you did watch it. I hope you were semi-entertained, especially because the more I got into it, the more pissed off I got at it. Even at my age now, I'm almost 60, I still get pissed off way too easily. But, it's kind of the way it is. So anyway, I will see you later. I definitely have a lot of penny and nickel boxes coming up as well. But do be on the lookout for that third unveiling. See you later.